Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you are in the right place. Today's reading is going to be looking into your love interest next move or action that they may be taking with regard to you and this connection. So great for any of you out there that are kind of looking to see what is next from your person's perspective. I did title this reading Blunt AF. For those of you that are new to the channel, the reason that I title this category of reading Blunt AF is because my goal and intention is to provide you all with the kind of grounded and practical truth of what I see. I think when it comes to love readings in the tarot community, sometimes we can get really swept up in the spiritual side of things, and we can ignore kind of like the grounded 3D practicalities of what's actually happening with the connection. Right. And so I never want any of my viewers or subscribers to feel like they're getting, delulu watching my readings, or to feel like they're getting addicted to my readings. So I'd much rather provide a more grounded and practical reading style for you. That being said, if you are at all feeling sensitive about your person or not open to receiving really any type of message that might come through, whether that's they're taking this amazing action toward you or no action, whatever it is, just know this may not be the best suited reading for you, because I am going to provide the grounded truth of what I see. Okay. Now, this is also a general collective reading on YouTube, so the messages may not apply to every single person or every situation out there. So as a best practice, once you've selected your reading out of these three options, as you're viewing it, if it feels like it doesn't really line up with what your situation is, or if you feel confused by it at all, those are typically indications that those are not your messages, and those messages are likely for somebody else out there in the collective, right? There's a lot of people who put their eyes on readings like these, and so what each of these three readings is going to be capturing are really the collective general energies that group who selected that reading are experiencing. So if you're needing something that's a little bit more tailored to your own personal energy and situation, more specific than what the general readings on YouTube can provide, if you want to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is in the description box down below. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading selection. So if you all are feeling drawn to the first reading over here, today we'll be working with the Wild Unknown Tarot and this malachite crystal. If you all are feeling drawn to reading number 2, we'll be working with the Rider-Waite Smith and this beautiful rose calcite. And if you're feeling drawn to reading number 3, we'll be working with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot and this scolecite crystal. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath and think about your person, thinking about their next action toward you and this connection. Go ahead and select either the deck or crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your selection, you can scroll down to the description box below to find the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hi Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You all selected the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Malachite Crystal. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what your person's next move or action is looking like toward you in this connection as the energy stands today. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages may not apply super specifically to every single viewer out there. But if any of you are wanting to get a more personalized look at your situation, the link to my website is in the description box below, where you can book a reading, or you can join me on Patreon instead. There are less people watching the videos on Patreon, so sometimes that can help to get a more concise and clear message for you in the general readings. All right, so let's take a look and see where this person stands energetically with regard to their next action, Group 1. So we start with the Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. We also have the Rebel, and it's in the upright, so we're going to be looking at the light attributes here. Challenges authority to effect social change Reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I feel like this person is sitting in an energy where it's like they are looking at generosity, or they're thinking about generosity, or thinking about giving something to you, whether it's like time, effort, energy, resources. Like I almost feel it's something about quality time, because I'm really drawn to how this rebel is kind of sitting in this tree house, right? They're sitting in a tree and they almost have like this little space open, like they're welcoming someone in. I feel like they might want to spend time with you, but in kind of a unique, not weird, but like a unique, different type of setting that kind of goes against whatever the typical norms would be for your connection. So let's see. Let's get a little more insight, please, Spirit. So what is group 1's person's next move or action toward my group number 3 viewers? You know, it's interesting with the Hierophant showing itself here. So there's definitely something here about like breaking out of a traditional norm, breaking a rule, something along those lines. Okay. Their next action toward my group 1 viewers, please, Spirit. What's their next move? Wow, we have the King of Wands. We do have an 8 of Cups. Okay. And then we do have a Knight of Swords in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, what is going on? Let's pull some clarifiers. Spirit, can you please clarify for us this person's next action toward my group 1 viewers? What's their next move? Maybe there's just something about this connection that's a little rebellious, or like connecting with you is a challenge to the status quo or traditions. Maybe it's outside of the norm of what they think they're supposed to do. Clarify this King of Wands, please, Spirit. What's their next move? We have proposal. Clarify this 8 of Cups. We have glamming it up. Okay, hold on a second. Let's grab one more. We have the unsaid. So I think this person's been watching you from afar for a little while here. I think that they're understanding now that they have like a decision to make, or they're kind of at a crossroads with this connection. This card also talks about options, or interested in another man or woman. And we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay. I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe this person is just like choosing you over someone else, or like just kind of getting out of dating someone else, getting out of a situation, right? Because there's like this undertone here of not being aligned anymore with something, or comparing options and making a decision. I feel with this 8 of Cups that your person is looking for emotional fulfillment, right? I think that they've made a lot of mistakes in love, or maybe they've even made a lot of mistakes with this connection. You know what I mean? But it's like they want to move away from whatever like the traditional thing was that they're doing. And I think they're starting to realize with this Turkey spirit that there's a lot more like abundant options out there for them, and that they don't necessarily have to stay with all of these broken glasses that have been in their present moment in love. Okay. So with this King of Wands is really interesting, because what I was hearing when that card first came out is like they're ready to strike. I feel like this person does have an energy where they might come across a little bit defensive, right? This cobra, right? It's in like the defensive stance where it's up, it's got its little hood expanded. This is sort of like the stance that it takes when it's trying to protect itself, when it's trying to, intimidate something that's threatening them to kind of back up and get away, right? And so I kind of feel like maybe for a lot of you guys, it might be kind of hard for you to even tell if this person likes you fully, because they might come across like really guarded or maybe even just a little bit intimidating. But I think they're ready to strike. I think this person is wanting to like come toward you and like propose something. Like they're wanting to create that space for you. They're wanting to, like engaging with you and taking action toward you or taking a next step toward you for them is kind of like representing doing something rebellious or walking away from the things that are no longer serving them and being able to kind of try a different path, So yeah, I think that they are wanting to do something with you. Like they're wanting to talk, like ask you out, or they're wanting to, make something go to the next step. Now, one thing that I do see with this person with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the unsaid, I think that communication is probably not their strong suit. And I also think that this person may not necessarily have a clear plan about where they want to go and what they want to do moving forward. This talks about showing I love you or like you without physically saying it or not saying it yet. So this person I think definitely likes you. I think they're definitely interested in you, group one, but they're just not articulating that verbally. Okay. And I almost feel like in their body language, they're not really articulating it either, because this energy is very intimidating and a little scary. But yeah, their next move, they're ready to strike, I think, you guys. They're just kind of walking away. They've made a decision and now they're kind of walking away from something else, where they were not feeling fulfilled. This is an interesting energy too with glamming it up, because this kind of talks about wanting to go out, like wanting to hit the town, wanting to put in the effort, getting dressed up, you know what I mean? Bring their A game, that type of thing. So let's see what else we could get. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about this person's next move toward group number one? What's their next move? Okay. Ooh, okay, so we do have crack, fragmentation of the soul, significant drama from past, irrational, unexplained fears, checking out in certain situations, overreactions to seemingly small problems. So this says, I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because I thought I didn't deserve it. You guys, this makes so much sense with your person, with this Knight of Wands. I feel like they have been watching you from afar. I think that they are interested in you. I think they really want to, it's almost like them letting you into their space is them rebelling. It's like trying something new to kind of open up and be vulnerable. We do have union and sync here. This says, I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to release certain commitments and fully commit to you. So yeah, there's definitely like an energy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This person, I definitely think that they are just getting out of something, right? I think they're just getting out of something. They could have even been married before for some of you guys. I think they're just kind of learning how to step into their power and kind of take authority and control over their own life. And I do think this person might be a little bit fragile, like a little bit afraid of getting hurt, which is why they may present as being a bit defensive or protective over their energy. Let's keep going. What else, Spirit? This is so interesting, you guys. What else can you tell us about this person's next action toward group one? I'm hearing they're walking away from a mess with this right here. Just be mindful of that, you guys. I definitely think there's some baggage here that they're bringing. All right, we have clingy. Holding on, won't let it go. What's their next move, please, Spirit? We also have jealousy. Watching, green-eyed monster. Yeah, they've been watching. I think they get jealous if they see you guys like interacting with other people, because I feel like they see you as being very high value. Okay. That could be something though that they're trying to leave behind. They're trying to walk away from with that Eight of Cups, that jealousy energy. Ooh, yes. We have romance, wine and dine, getting to know each other, flirting. Yeah. I think this person with the Knight of Swords in reverse might be a little clumsy when they try to flirt with you. So, you know, I feel for a lot of you guys like this is like a new person, someone that you might not know very well or you know very casually. Because it just feels like there's this buildup of them waiting for the right moment to talk to you. Yeah. So what's their next move, you guys? I feel like they're wanting to ask you out. I think they want to take you on a date. Might be asking you to do something different, something outside the box for them. Or maybe even just coming up to you and talking to you is a little bit outside of the box for them. It's definitely them stretching out of their comfort zone here. You know, I think with the clingy energy, something that is happening with this person that you're going to need to be mindful of is I do think that because I think they're a bit fragile, because I feel like they're just out of something, this person, they just may be nervous about getting too close because they get attached really easily. They also may be still struggling with letting certain things from the past go whenever you guys do connect with them. So, you know, for a lot of you guys, if this is a new person, it's just something you're going to have to be mindful of, is that they have some fragility from a previous relationship. This could also be stuff that they're still holding on to with you, if this is someone that you guys have known for a while. So just be mindful of that. That is the stuff that's making them defensive and afraid. All right, Spirit. So we do have satin sheets, seduction. So there's a little sensual energy here. Yeah, I definitely think with that King of Wands, they're very attracted to you. But when I think of like satin, I think of the glam it up energy of like luxury and, you know, maybe taking you out on a nice date. You know, we do have the pendulum, yes or no. So yeah, you know, they're still kind of on the fence. It's like they're poised to strike with that King of Wands, but they're on the fence still. I think about what they're gonna do, and we have the heart storm here with possessiveness. Yeah, you guys, this person does not want to see you with anyone else. They want you all to themselves. They could be watching you from afar, like maybe they're trying to make sure that you're single before they approach you, or kind of trying to feel out your energy to make sure that it's safe before they say anything. But yeah, I feel like they are really attracted. I feel like they are wanting to come forward and take you out, ask you out, do something with you. But, you know, we keep getting these reminders from Spirit. We have heart storm and we have long term. I think they just, you know, you have to be mindful. I think they just got out of something. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple of these to close it out, and then we will end your reading, Group 1. What's their next action, Spirit? What's this person's next move toward my group number 1 viewers? The other thing I'm getting with this rebel energy is I wonder if you guys are just a little bit different from what this person is used to, you know? Because it just seems like something about this connection, something that you represent, something about them coming up to you is, you know, it's different for them. We do have the runner. When things start escalating, this one will start running. Okay. We do have situationship. This can get confusing. Ask yourself, where is this going and what do you want? Yep, that makes sense with the Eight of Cups and the pendulum, right? And with the Knight of Swords reverse, they still aren't fully sure what they want yet. Okay. And then we do have distant. A disconnect, disharmony, or an argument is currently playing a factor in your connection. This could be, you know, that clinging, the stuff they're clinging on to. So again, for some of you, you already know this person, and a lot of the baggage that's here has to do with your connection to them. For others of you, I feel like this is a new person, and a lot of this disconnect, disharmony kind of stuff, the clingy energy, is them holding on to stuff from their past that they've recently gotten out of. that's still impacting them. We do have obsessed, addicted to you. So they're really into you guys. They really want to come forward. What's their next move? I think this person is poised to strike. I think they're getting ready to ask you out. There's still some hesitancy here, I think, because they don't fully know what it is that they want out of the situation ultimately, and they still have some fragility around their heart space, but definitely looks like this person has romantic intentions toward you, group one. So I'm excited. Comment below. Let me know kind of what's been happening with this person and how this might resonate with your situation. And if you all do want to continue to support my work, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated when I post new readings. You can also join me on Patreon, which is linked in the description box below, where I post exclusive content for members only. So be sure to check me out there as well. Bye. Hey, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So today we're looking into your person's next action toward you and this connection. You guys selected the Rose Calcite Crystal with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages may vary with how specifically they resonate with everybody's situation out there. But if you all did want to book a personal reading with me, if you need more specific guidance on your situation, the link to my website will be linked in the description box down below. Okay? So let's take a look at where your person stands energetically with regard to their next move. So we have the Scarab Beetle, Magic Works Through You. We also have, the Eternal Child. It's in the upright, so we're going to be looking at the light attributes here. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. What a beautiful, sweet energy. So where your person kind of stands when it comes to this connection is I feel like they do have a lot of optimism and positive feelings when they think about you, when they think of this connection. And they could even be looking at this connection through a new perspective that they haven't considered before. The Scarab Beetle with Magic Works Through You. I feel like this person might be realizing that like they are the ones that can create the outcome that they desire, right? So it's kind of an energy of stepping into their power and understanding the power that they have, the power that they wield when it comes to whatever outcome they're looking for within this connection. Definitely feels very optimistic. You know, the Eternal Child could also suggest that this person is younger than you in age, or they just might have maybe less experience when it comes to life or dating or relationships, right? But for a lot of you guys, it really just feels like it's a kind of looking at the situation through fresh perspective, through a more lighthearted, kind of fun and wondrous lens than anything super heavy. But let's get into the tarot so we can get the real tea. Okay, so Spirit, tell us a little bit more, please, about group 2, this person that they're asking about and their next action toward them. What's their next move? Toward my group 2 viewers, please. We do have a 6 of Pentacles. What's their next move? Ooh, we have a Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. And we do have a King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're very curious about you. This person, I think, definitely would like to learn a little bit more about you. And we have a Tower here. So yeah, I feel like there's been some sort of a shift in this connection where this person is kind of looking at you quite a bit differently than they did before, or looking at this situation through a new lens. Let's pull some clarifiers. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What is this person's next move or action toward my group number 2 viewers, please? What's their next move? We have looking closely. Okay. We have it's a plan. Interesting. We do have shy coming through as well. Wow. Okay. This is cool. Energy, guys. I love when we get like real action is happening, right? In these readings, because it's not always like that. All right. So here's what I feel. This person's definitely curious about you. I definitely think for a lot of you, this could either be like a newer connection or kind of a new energy being infused into this connection. This person, I think, is planning to ask you out on a date. With the Knight of Cups and it's a plan, it couldn't be more clear. Like, they're asking you out on a date. They have a romantic energy, a romantic intention with you. You know, with the Page of Pentacles, they want to learn more about you. This person may also want to learn from you as well. It makes me feel like even if there's not like an age difference between you and this person, there's some sort of like knowledge or just something about you that this person feels like they're very curious about. Like, it piques their interest. They would like to learn more about like whatever area of expertise you have or whatever energy you embody that they're attracted to. Okay. Now, we do have a lot of pentacles here. So for some of you all, I think there could be a work or career connection here, especially with this King of Pentacles in reverse and the Shy card, because this is kind of making me feel like this could be somebody who is like a boss or in a position of power and authority over you, and they are kind of nervous to ask you out or second guessing that decision because, you know, there could be career implications with that, right? Or perception implications with that. With the Six of Pentacles, it's like a very measured energy of only kind of giving you so much attention or trying to make sure the attention that they give you is really balanced out with other people. You know, they're studying that very closely. They're scrutinizing, you know, their energy and effort that they put into you very closely, because I think there's like a need to be mindful that everything appears balanced, right? I do think for a lot of you, they're in a position of power and authority in this situation. Now, for others of you, this person could be feeling a little bit shy because maybe within the King of Pentacles in reverse, they may not feel like they're on your level financially, right? They may not feel like they are ready for like to be a provider, you know, to be like that stable kind of masculine energy in somebody's life. So that could also be playing a role as well with the Page of Pentacles being here. This person could feel like they're kind of just getting started on their career, just getting started building something. And so I think that that could be a little bit of a limitation for them as well. So a couple of different scenarios that I'm seeing here. Take the one that resonates with you. But yeah, it definitely feels very clear to me that this person is looking to ask you out, looking to make a plan. But I think that they are kind of waiting for the right moment to come forward. The other thing too that this card talks about is things getting rectified, right? So there could be some sort of situation between you and this person with the Six of Pentacles where something about the balance and the exchange of effort and energy needs to be reestablished or rectified here. Okay. So let's continue. What's their next action, please, Spirit? What is this person's next action toward my group number 2 viewers, please? Ooh, we have sentimentality. Having a hard time letting go, examining photos and thinking about the past. Strong emotional feelings while thinking about memories. We also have the memories of us bring me joy, but agony at the same time. I think about you continuously and you are never far from my thoughts. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of a history here that you guys share with this person. And it's like they are thinking a lot about that. And there's definitely been some sort of a shift where they're now looking at you a lot differently and looking at the situation a lot differently than they did before. Maybe you guys have never been romantic with this person before, right? And maybe that's what's shifting for them. But it definitely feels like it's romantic now for them, for sure. At the bottom of the deck, we do also have courage, willingness to confront agony, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation, strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. Yeah, there's definitely something about this situation that I feel like this person wants to make something right or rebalance something here. I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset. I'm going to return to you one way or another. Yeah. All right, let's keep going, you guys. We have a few more decks. So let's go here next. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit, about this person's next move or action toward my group number 2 viewers. What's their next action, please, Spirit? As I'm parting the deck, I keep seeing quality time. We'll see if it comes back out. I feel like they want that, though. I'm getting like flips in my stomach when I mention that. We have guidance. Trust the signs. Your spirit guides and angels are supporting you. We do also have temptation, physical love, and forbidden. Ooh. See, the forbidden thing, I feel like connects back to the work situation. I think for a lot of you, this could be someone where either like you're their manager or, yeah, either you're their manager or they're your manager. Like something about the power dynamics make this kind of like a forbidden love, you know? Maybe you guys are the manager, right? Which is why they're shy. Maybe you're the one that's in the position of power and authority. It's like there's an understanding that something about this is a little taboo. Okay. One more, please, Spirit. We do have new perspective, looking at it differently and change. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the undertone of a breakup. Yeah, you guys have definitely, I think, spent some time apart. We have divine masculine energy here. So it's like this person has been really working on bringing themselves, I think, back into balance, because I think there was something about whatever caused the breakup that had this person feeling really off kilter. Or maybe they were coming into this connection with a lot of toxic energy. I feel like a lot of that stuff has evened out for them now, and they're ready to come back around and look at this from a new perspective and kind of make the offer to ask you out and reconnect in a new and different way through fresh eyes. But, you know, with that guidance energy, it's like I think they're being spiritually guided to this. They're following their intuition. I think that's also why they're kind of taking their time and kind of observing things from a distance before they make a move. They want to make sure the timing is right. They want to make sure the moment is right. They want to make sure, you know, they're nervous about it. Okay. What's their next action, please, Spirit, for group number 2? What else can you tell us? Whoop. We have the summer, so maybe the summertime is significant. Obviously, the seasons will, you know, that timeline will depend on where you live, because different areas experience different seasons at different times. You know, where I live, when this is getting posted, it's February, so it's like winter, right? So summertime could be the timeline where things shift with this person and they take this action, which would make sense with it being slow, right? Especially if you live in the same area as me and you're also experiencing winter and your summer season is not for a few months. We have standards and boundaries. Yep. There's something about it that's forbidden. There's something about it that's a little taboo. They're kind of watching and observing for a little while to make sure that things feel right and things are kind of off on the right track for themselves and for this connection, the dynamics, before they make this move. And then we do have up in smoke here as well. Could be something I feel like about like with this shy energy and the King of Pentacles, it's like I think that they're shy because they're a little worried about their reputation. They're shy because there's somebody here that's maybe their reputation could be compromised, especially if this is like a work situation where somebody's in a manager's position and somebody else isn't, right? I think there's a little bit of that fear of their reputation or their career going up in smoke. So again, it's like overwhelmingly, it's like they're mustering up the courage to approach you, but I do think that it's going to take time because they do have these concerns about, holding standards, holding the right boundaries, holding the right balance of things before they come forward. Okay. So we're just going to use this last deck to see what else we can get, group 2, about this person's next action. Closing messages, please, Spirit. What else does group 2 need to know about their person's next action toward them? Divine timing. Now is not a favorable time. There are things impacting this connection. This makes so much sense, you guys. Yep. So it's coming, but it's not right now. It's going to happen in the summertime, whenever that is for you. If you guys are currently in the summer season, I feel like Spirit is saying this is the timing that's not the right timing, that it's going to take a little bit longer. If you all are in like the winter season right now, or like a few months from the summer season for you, for where you live, I feel like the summer season is when this person's going to be ready to make a move. Let's see what else we get. We do have one-sided. This connection is not balanced. Something needs to be addressed. So there's that energy about balance. I think with that Six of Pentacles, it's like right now we have true love. The Six of Pentacles, I feel like right now, this person, they may just not have a lot that they can give, right? There's other factors at play. There could literally be children at play as well. That could be part of it here as well for some of you guys. But, the Six of Pentacles is telling me that right now, as the energy stands in your current interactions, it's like this person is going to be very measured and having to be very, conscious about how much they're giving to you versus other people and other commitments in their life. And I think that they realize that that's not really the most balanced approach to take, right? Six of Pentacles feels like breadcrumbing a lot of times. So especially if you guys are in a situation with this person, you're like, gosh, they only will like talk to me so much, or they only like give me one-word responses. I feel like all that is actually like very calculated on their part. It's very intentional because they either don't have the time and they don't want to give you the wrong idea, or they feel like there's something to do with their reputation and needing to make sure that they have certain ducks in a row and that they're ready before they bring in this Knight of Cups. So they're definitely acknowledging here that in their next move, part of this Knight of Cups energy making plans is about being able to kind of balance this connection back out again in the future and put more of an effort in from their part. So this is really cool, group 2. This is what I see. Comment below. Please let me know what has been happening with your person. And especially if this reading resonated, I want to know what's been happening. If you guys do want to continue to support my work, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bells so that you'll be updated when I post new readings. And you guys can also opt to support me on Patreon, which is linked in the description box below. Patreon is where I post exclusive content just for members. Hope to see you there. Bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you all selected the Chakra Wisdom Tarot and this Scolasite crystal, this will be your message. We're looking into your person's next action toward you, blunt AF. Remember, this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so depending on, your situation, the messages may vary with how specifically they're going to resonate with everyone out there. But if you feel like you need more personalized, specific guidance to your situation and your energy, the link to my website is in the description box down below, where you can choose to book a personal reading, okay? So let's jump in, group number 3. And we're going to take a look first at where this person stands energetically with regard to their next move toward you, just so we can kind of get a sense of their frame of mind when it comes to you. So we have the Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Ooh, and then we do have the energy of the Mentor. This came up in the upright, so we're going to be focusing on the light attributes, which say passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So that's interesting. So for some of you all, this might be a relationship where this person is like a mentor to you. Like maybe they are maybe a part of your professional network or just a part of your network in general. This is somebody who is kind of positioning themselves as being in a, I don't want to say a position of power, but maybe they are in a position of power. They're kind of in a position where they are supporting you, they're teaching you something, they're providing some sort of guidance or wisdom to you that's helping with your growth and development. And with the spider spirit coming up here, this is talking about like weaving a web, kind of like weaving the network that we need to weave in order to make our dreams a reality. So this person this could have to do with they're mentoring you because it's beneficial to them and them building their professional goals or building their dreams and hopes. This can also be talking about them mentoring you because it's something to do with your goals too, right? But there's something here that it's like when they're thinking about their actions toward you, they're thinking about building something connected to something bigger. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what else we can get here. Okay, Spirit, so tell us a little bit more. I will say, you guys, the energy does feel pretty professional, so I don't know if this is like a romance thing for all of you, but we're going to see. What's their next action, please, Spirit? Toward my group number 3 viewers. What is this person's next action, please? Towards my group number 3 viewers. Okay, so we have a 10 of Swords. Let's see. We have a Strength in reverse. And then we do have a Princess of Cups, which would be the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have a 10 of Cups, but it is in reverse. Okay. All right. Let's pull some clarifiers here. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What is this person's next move or action toward my group number 3 viewers? Whoop. This 10 of Swords. Okay. All right. Clarifying the Strength card. Ooh. Okay. 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 All right, guys. So this is super interesting. For how professional and like together this person kind of presents themselves on the outside, I think that there's a lot of inner turmoil happening here within about like their moves and actions toward this connection. This person with the 10 of Swords is like, there's some sort of a problem here. So this could be maybe the thing that it is that they're mentoring you through, or maybe something connected to this professional goal or network or something. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, this person is like really, really in their head about this connection where they are frustrated about it. There's some sort of a problem here that's frustrating them. Maybe the problem doesn't even have to do with you, but there's something here with regard to their next move that does involve kind of like an ending or some sort of frustrating energy that they are dealing with. Okay. Now, for some of you guys with this 10 of Cups in reverse, this person could be going through like a divorce, a breakup, something where maybe something in their life that they had built up. Like, look, this is like it's a marriage with children here, and it's in reverse, which can talk about like, marital problems, divorces, no longer having that happy family, that happy ending that we were looking for, that we were striving towards, right? So there could be something connected to an ending on their part, or maybe connected to an ending between you and them, that is also impacting, this Ten of Swords, feeling really like stressed. Now, what's interesting about this energy, you guys, is that we have the Strength card, but it's in reverse. And so I feel like for a lot of you, this person has done a really good job of kind of holding it together up until this point. Like, they've been stoic, they've been professional, they've kind of, stayed in the role of a mentor, stayed in the role of like, that professional advisor to you. But, strength, it does talk about taming impulses. And I feel like this person is kind of at the brink where they're not really able to hold it in anymore. They're not really able to control themselves as much as they wanted to, because I think that they're very attracted to you. And I think that they might be in a little bit of a vulnerable state right now because of, whatever is happening in their personal life with their, personal things no longer bringing that fulfillment anymore. So I see them here almost like losing control and like maybe even making a move to ask you out. But something that we have to bear in mind with this energy is that we do have the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups right next to it. So the Page of Cups is going to be more of like where this is talking about a bold move. The Princess of Cups is more of like a subtle move, right? It's more of like a sweet, shy expression of love. And so while I think that maybe before they've been kind of holding back or been kind of reserved with you, kind of holding down or pushing down their attraction, I think that they're going to kind of slowly, with the Island Time and the Page of Cups, maybe start to relax a little bit around you and be more open to messaging, chatting, exchanging, dialogue, maybe a little flirtatious energy that I see here as well. But like really deep down inside, I feel like this person really wants to, it's like they really want to make some sort of a move toward you. So let's keep going. I want to get more clarity here. So tell us more, please, Spirit. What is this person's next action or move toward my group number 3 viewers? Something too to keep in mind, you guys, is I do think that this is going to take time for them to kind of warm up to, right? Like, especially with this Island Time, it's like this is talking about in their own time, taking their time, being relaxed and lighthearted. So I want to just get a little more info because I feel like that's directly at odds with what I'm seeing here with this bold move that they're making or wanting to make. So tell us more, please, Spirit. What's this person's next move or action for my group 3 viewers? Oh my gosh, we have Leo. We have Leo energy here with the Strength card too. Okay, magnetic, enthusiastic, outgoing, creative, romantic, leader, generous, pompous, show off, overdramatic, pretentious, bossy, jealous, and possessive. I was used to being the central focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine and I was insecure about that. That's a really interesting message, you guys, because, we have with this Ten of Swords, the Chakra Wisdom Tarot that you all selected. Each of the cards, you can see that it's a different color that's associated with one of the different energy centers in the body, the chakras, right? And so with the Ten of Swords being yellow, this has to do with solar plexus, which can directly be about somebody's confidence, somebody's ability to make bold moves, to step into their power. So this person may be, maybe they are the person who's a mentor, but I think that there's something about you that they were feeling insecure about you because maybe you kind of are on their level more than they realized, That's so interesting. We also have balancing here at the bottom of the deck. This says remorseful through actionable change, wants to undo the wrongs and do right by you, understanding what you put in, you get out, karmic justice. So they want to bring balance back into the situation, right? There's this energy with the Ten of Swords where they're feeling frustrated, they're feeling insecure. Maybe there's been a situation where they felt like stabbed in the back or something like that for some of you with the Ten of Swords, or maybe this is what they did to you. But there's definitely like an energy of wanting to get things back on a positive track here. It says, I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took from you more than you were able to give. I used you for my own benefit. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So there could be some of that drama going on between you and your person. Group number 3. Let's keep going. This is super interesting energy. What is going on with this person, you guys? Please make sure that you share with me in the comments. This is definitely a really unique energy, especially compared to the other 2 groups that we had today. It's almost like they're going from being like very high strung around you because of their position to kind of softening a little bit here. I definitely feel like with the Page of Cups, especially if this is a romantic connection for some of you, I do think that they have a little crush on you for sure. Tell me more, please, Spirit. What is their next move or action toward my group 3 viewers? Ooh. Secret admirer. Watching you, I have a crush on you. That's what I was just saying with the Page of Cups. Maybe like they're admiring the work that you're doing and seeing how you've like leveled up and how you're kind of like, you're standing out in a really positive direction or in a really positive way to them. And yeah, I do think with that Strength in reverse, they feel maybe a little bit like, what's the word? Like they feel kind of weak compared to you, you know? We have conflict, confused on how to move forward, arguments, disagreements. Maybe that's what's happened here. Maybe there's been, with the Ten of Swords and the Strength in reverse, there's been anger or like disagreements between you and this person. We do also have deception, lies, wearing a mask, and secrets. Yeah, they've been holding something back from you. We have redemption, needing forgiveness, and redeeming oneself. So, and then we have self-worth. Struggling with self-worth, working on self-worth. It's like they've priced themselves. I feel like this person's been kind of weirdly comparing themselves to you, group 3, and letting themselves be very insecure. So it's like, it's an interesting energy because I do think this person has a crush on you and I think they admire you. But at the same time, I think that you also really, really trigger them a lot through your confidence and through your magnetism and the way that you stand out. I think you've awakened some jealousy energy in them for sure. Let's keep going. What's their next move, Spirit? What's this person's next action toward my group number 3 viewers? We have rendezvous. Let's see. So maybe they would like to meet up with you one-on-one. We have key to my heart. We have past love. Yeah, there's definitely some past life karma energy here for this person. Like I definitely think that you for sure are teaching them, like you're triggering them, you're teaching them something. So it's like, even though in this lifetime, they're the mentor to you, or at least that's their title, where like they're your boss or they're in some sort of a leadership position or some sort of counseling position over you, you guys are actually teaching them a lot about themselves and certain things that are triggering them right now with regard to this connection. So their next move, I know we've been kind of all over the place because I've just been kind of reading the energy. I think that this person is definitely planning to relax their energy around you a little bit. I think that they are still kind of holding some stuff back, which is why we have this Princess of Cups, right? Like there's this desire here to make a bold move toward you, because I think they're showing us here that they feel that there's been some conflict or some disagreements or some frustration between you guys. And I feel like they haven't really been fully honest or forthcoming with you about what they're feeling and what's causing them to feel upset inside, right? And so they've been holding back and they've been watching you from afar, feeling a little bit jealous, feeling a little bit weak in comparison to your confidence, okay? And moving forward, I think instead of continuing to wallow in their insecurities, I feel like this person is planning to try to relax their energy. I think they're going to be messaging you with the Princess of Cups. I think to you, it might feel kind of out of the blue, or it might feel kind of bold, because I feel this person has been just so like suppressing everything inside. And then finally they're going to get to a place where they can just like no longer hold it in anymore. And they're going to start to relax their energy a little bit around you. I almost feel like there's something here with the key to my heart, like something's going to click for this person in the future where it just kind of unlocks the ability to relax a little bit here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I feel like maybe in some of your next upcoming interactions, there's something here that helps to unlock a softening of their boundaries, or like a softening of their, holding all this stuff up, holding all this stuff in. But I think it's important for you guys to know that with deception, there is definitely a lot that this person is hiding. There is a lot that they are maybe not being totally forthcoming about with you. They're bearing a lot of this stuff beneath the surface, I think, because of their position or their connection to you and just the nature of it. Maybe it's not appropriate for them to have a secret crush on you. I don't know. But I definitely see them taking a much more relaxed, softer energy toward this connection, and not being so bottled up when it comes to you moving forward. I think they're still going to hold back a little though. Like, I definitely, with that Page of Cups, do not see them like, telling you they have a crush on you. But I think they'll be sweeter. I think they'll be more communicative. I feel like things will just generally be improving, if that makes sense. Let's keep going with our last deck. Yeah, you guys, we had this at the bottom of the deck, On Guard, which talks about competing for someone. So maybe they've been feeling like there's someone else that has your attention, or someone else in the network is more like you're more into that person, or just generally they've been feeling guarded and just kind of needing some time before they've been ready to kind of open up to you. Maybe there was a more harmonious nature to this connection in the past that will return here. So what's their next move, please, Spirit, for my group 3 viewers to close us out? What else can you tell us, please? Okay, so we have, there are no words that can explain how you will feel. Enjoy this feeling. Okay. Yeah, I think there's just something about the future here with this person where it's gonna, just something about the vibes or the energy is gonna help them shift. It's gonna unlock something in them that allows them to kind of soften up a little bit here. Let's see. We also have intense, expect lots of passion with this connection, and remember, too much of anything can be bad. Okay, yeah, this person, they've definitely been triggered by you big time. And then finally, we do have obligations together because of responsibilities and mutual commitments. This makes a lot of sense, you guys, with that mentor. It's like you and this person, I feel, have something that you have committed to. I feel like it's work or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be like volunteer work or some group or community that you're in. You guys are meeting in that context with this person. That's why they are kind of presenting me this more professional mask. I actually feel like whatever the next action is toward you that they take, where they kind of, something clicks into place for them and they start to relax, I feel like it's going to happen in one of these obligated meetings or commitments that you guys have, is when it will take place. But just know, you guys, like, I wouldn't expect a lot of super grand gestures from this person because, I think that they are definitely still going to be bottling up a lot. I think it's still going to take time for them to feel totally comfortable. And I just kind of wonder for some of you if not only is it an insecurity thing with you standing out in such a positive way, but I also feel like with the deception, with the secret crush, I almost feel like they might have a lot of shame or be kind of, it's like there's this energy that they know that they shouldn't like have a crush on you or admire you in this romantic type of way, So I wouldn't I wouldn't expect too much from them, but just know that I do see things slowly improving, slowly coming back into balance. We do have this energy here of forgiveness, right? And so I think that they're going to try to kind of release any of the negativity that they've been holding on to toward you in the upcoming future meetings here. So this is what I see, group 3. This person was very exhausting, very interesting to read on. So comment below if this did resonate. Let me know what's been happening with your person. And if you all do still want to continue to support my work, please do make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new readings. You can also join me on Patreon, monthly memberships, which are linked in my description box below. This is also a great way to support my work, especially if you want to receive exclusive content, because that's where all of my member exclusive content lives. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.